Hey guys, Luke, and I'm here to do another video talking about the 2016 NRL transfers. Now, this episode, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about James Maloney moving from the Sydney Roosters to the Cronulla Sharks. Now, I'm not sure who you guys suggested I talk about next, but I decided to do Maloney just due to the fact that it sort of completes the trio of the big names leaving the Roosters. Obviously, you got Maloney, Jennings, and Tuivasa-Sheck. That's just off the top of my head. I don't think there was anybody else, but yeah, I think Maloney is a huge loss for them. Obviously, Maloney, he has got his flaws, but in the end, he's a premiership winner. He's played for New South Wales. I don't think he's played for Australia, but at his best, he is a top class half, and I think he's a great signing for the Sharks. More so than, well, it's obvious he's more so than the Chad Townsend and that sort of stuff. I'm not really sure on the Chad Townsend signing. But, I'm not sure if he's going to play halfback Maloney or 5'8". I don't think it really matters. He could probably play a bit of both. But I'd say the more likely scenario is him at 5'8" with Townsend at halfback. But, it remains to be seen. You never know what's going to happen. Maybe Jack Bird ends up in the halves again. But yeah, James Maloney, he's a great goal kicker. Like, he's a clutch goal kicker. So, you nearly got a guaranteed 2 points every time you score a try, which is a huge bonus. Being a Bulldogs fan, I've seen how frustrating, how annoying it is, having a not so good goal kicker the last few years. You go from having a player like Kazim Mazri and, Hogginson at his best was kicking goals for fun. I mean, even Inu, to a degree, could kick really well. And, just having the reassurance of like, all right, we scored a try, it's going to be 6 points. It's really, really nice. And Maloney does the same thing. And I'm not sure exactly. I think Michael Gordon was a goal kicker for the Sharks beforehand, and he's a great kicker himself as well. I think Valentine Holmes. They got a lot of goal kickers at the Sharks, so it's not a huge big deal, but just, Maloney is probably the best out of all of them. So Maloney, a great goal kicker and a clutch goal kicker, which is, maybe even more important for them because he comes up with the goods when needed. But, for all the strengths Maloney's got in terms of, he just has a great mind for footy. I think he's described himself as not an athlete, but a rugby league player, and I think that's perfect for him. Obviously, he's not the fastest, not the strongest or anything by any means, but he's just a really good competitor. A little bit, not a grub, but seems like he, niggles a little bit, sort of a little bit Josh Reynolds, Michael Ennis without being quite up to their standard. But the whole thing of him grabbing players' shoes, throwing them over into the crowd and that sort of stuff, just those little sort of things that, might not, when you think of players being good, you don't really think of that, but just those little things he seems to do, which could really put off an opponent, or I think you kind of understand what I'm trying to get at there. But yeah, like I said, for all the positive things he does bring some big flaws as well, and that being mostly his defense. Now, it's not super bad in terms of he gets caught out all the time, that sort of stuff, but he does get a lot of traffic directed his way. Tackling technique is okay, I suppose, but I mean, he is quite small and he does miss a lot of tackles. I think statistically wise, he might be the worst in terms of missed tackles. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he's right down the right at the top of missed tackles. And yeah, definitely had to have a little bit of help at the Roosters. And maybe the Sharks can sort of help him out even more. Maybe they'll throw him out wide. Maybe they'll do what some of the halves do. I doubt they will, but you never know. Some halves like Soward, I remember he used to defend out on the wing and that sort of stuff. I can't see Maloney doing it, but or just throwing it out there. But yeah, I don't think it's something that he's going to be able to improve this late in his career. If he was going to become a good defender, it would have already happened. And I can't see anything changing from now. This is just how he is. He's going to be missing tackles. You just got to deal with it. It's up for him to, if they do concede tries, just make sure they keep outscoring them, because I mean, obviously that's the obvious thing to say, but with him in the side, he just needs to make sure he gets the team going, keep scoring points, and you don't even have to worry about the defense then. Obviously, it would be nice if you could keep him to a low scoring, but I mean, in the end, a 30-20 win, it's still a win in the end. So yeah, they're just going to make sure they keep playing well, and he's got to hope that the combinations work with whoever's his half partner. Michael Gordon at fullback, you would assume. Oh, wait, Michael Gordon. I don't know why I keep saying Michael Gordon. Whoever the fullback is in the end, whether it's Jack Bird, Valentine Holmes, not really sure. And then, Michael Ennis, he came over, made an immediate impact. Maybe Maloney can do the same. And I think there's a lot of people who keep saying Sharks are a chance to win in the comp, and they definitely are this year. They have a really good roster. And I think Maloney is the player that it all rests on, whether he comes in and kills it. He's played very well at the Warriors, very well at the Roosters. Now he's got to move on to another club. And, you know, for Sharks fans, hopefully he comes in and kills it. Whether he does, it's a whole nother story. But I think he probably will. He's just that sort of player. And maybe he needs to make sure he doesn't get on the footy show like he did at the Roosters. Like, he started playing well and started getting the footy show. And I don't know if that got him a little bit focused on other things. But, yeah, maybe stay off the footy show for now. But I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have a choice. Maybe that's his third parties or something. Anyways, that's a whole other different topic I'm getting onto. But yeah, that's all I've got to say about James Maloney in the end. I think it's a great signing for the Sharks. It's a huge loss for the Roosters, which is probably the more important thing out of the two. Sharks obviously did pretty well last year, but Roosters went from being a force, and they've just lost so many key players in the off-season. So, you know, Roosters fans, not looking too good for you this season, but I suppose it could be worse. It could be worse. It could be a Titan supporter. Just throwing that little Titans jab in there. Sorry, Titan supporters. Anyways, that's where this video is going to end. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter at MrLuke on my Facebook page in the description below, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye, guys.